Taylor Swift is going to be the next Super Bowl halftime show.
It's confirmed?
8772 RadioU. Well, it's not confirmed.
Okay.
But come on, it's going to happen. I wish I could say I am the one who came up with this theory, but there are other Swifties much more plugged in than I am that have parsed through her appearance on the New Heights podcast with Jason and Travis Kelce and feel like they found a lot of Easter eggs and hints that point to Taylor Swift finally performing at the Super Bowl halftime show in 2026, the next Super Bowl, and probably performing a blood ritual that plunges us into the end times at that moment. Here are the clues that they picked up on.
Okay.
So see if this is enough to convince you. She mentioned that she thinks about sourdough 60% of the time.
Okay.
And notably, this is the 60th Super Bowl.
All right.
It's being held in San Francisco.
Okay.
It's technically Santa Clara, but home of the 49ers, where the San Francisco 49ers mascot is Sourdough Sam.
And Taylor knows that.
Sourdough. That can't be a coincidence, can it?
I mean, probably not, but I will be honest, I didn't know that their mascot was named Sourdough
Neither
Sam.
did I.
So I really highly doubt that Taylor Swift knew that, but sure.
Then it's a weird thing to say, though, otherwise.
Well, I do know she loves to bake sourdough bread because I remember when we talked about her going to that wedding and we were like, oh, is Travis going to propose to her? One of the gift that she gave to the bride and the groom was sourdough bread that she baked. And apparently she does that a lot to friends and for weddings.
Then what better Super Bowl halftime show to play than the one that had at a stadium that has a mascot named Sourdough Sam?
I guess
But
sure.
that's not all. Also, she kept mentioning the number 47 in the podcast repeatedly. The 47th stop on the Eras Tour was at the very same stadium that's hosting the Super Bowl this coming year. Okay. Also, this year marks her boyfriend, Travis Kelce's 13th season in the NFL. That's Taylor Swift's lucky number.
Oh.
Also, the past two Super Bowls, we know the NFL has asked her and she's turned them down every time, right?
Yes.
But the past 2 years, there were scheduling conflicts. 2 years ago, she was busy re-recording a bunch of her albums. Now she has her masters back. So in her album, the new album, The Life of a Showgirl, drops this fall. So a great time to promote it again.
Yeah.
And maybe start off a tour, something like that would be at the Super Bowl. And last year she was doing the Eras Tour, so it would have really created a scheduling conflict. So everything's open.
Yeah.
And I am convinced that this is going to happen.
You're convinced?
I think it's definitely happening.
I think there's a good chance that this could be the year that she decides to do it. But should it be, is the thought that I have.
Oh, really?
Because if you remember from the Super Bowl just earlier this year, when Taylor Swift was put up on the big screen, the Jumbotron, what happened?
That was it was not well received by the Eagles fans.
Pretty badly booed, in fact. She showed it on her face how surprised she was by how loud people were being. Like she looked shocked.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it actually would go over that well. Maybe it would be different knowing ahead of time Taylor Swift's going to be there, Taylor Swift's going to perform, it's going to change the crowd. But is that a good thing for the NFL to change the crowd that's going to go? Because the Swifties are a crazy bunch. They might actually buy a bunch of these tickets and leave at halftime when the show is over. You know what I mean? Like, how does this change the dynamic of the Super Bowl?
They've had other, the halftime act at the Super Bowl never makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like from a football perspective.
But I think this is something where it's like such a different crowd from NFL fans that you might end up getting people, especially if Kansas City doesn't make it into the Super Bowl, which I don't think that they're guaranteed to get in at all. If they're not there, why would the Swifties even stay?
So you think the NFL won't ask her because they don't want her there?
No, I'm not saying they won't, but I'm asking, should they? Is it a good move for the NFL? Even Taylor Swift pointed out in the podcast.
I just don't understand.
Those that are the sports fans are kind of tired of seeing Taylor Swift in their space.
Well, they better get used to it because she's doing the halftime show. I don't see how the biggest game in the world and the biggest star in the world coming together could be a bad thing.
Well, I'm just saying
either of them.
She needs to expect that there might be some boos. The crowd might not be as favorable as an Eras Tour crowd.
You know what? It's going to be hard to hear the boos when she's playing anti-hero. It's going to be pretty tough. Maybe JD will do it instead if she says no.